Hey, it's Alex Yao with Remax Select Properties.
And I'm Chris Cornborough, Senior Mortgage Consultant and Principal at Forefront Mortgages.
And this is your market update for November 2020.
Alex, what's happening in the world of Vancouver real estate post-election and in current COVID phase 2?
Right, and that's why we're sitting so far apart.
6 feet.
With the new lockdowns in place. First of all, hope everybody's safe and healthy. We're going through a second wave, an important time that, you know what, we all need to kind of do our part to help each other and to stay healthy. However, over the last month, it's been another really busy month. Supply, as you know, we talked about it before as well, monthly, and I think the supply had been kind of creeping up month over month and finally kind of plateaued over the last month. Price-wise, houses are actually going up. Vancouver East went up 0.5%, Vancouver West went up 1.1%. Townhouses, Vancouver East actually dropped 2.6%, Vancouver West dropped 0.5%. Condos, Vancouver East dropped 1.4%, Vancouver West went up 0.2%. So right now it's kind of a mixed bag a little bit. But what we're seeing right now is that everybody still wants more space.
Land, townhomes.
Land, living space, patio space. It's those unique properties that are really selling these days. However, there are still a lot of those people that unfortunately are kind of aiming for the moon. I don't think this is the right time for that, and those are the ones, unfortunately, that aren't really selling.
So listing too high, or listing unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you know, everyone wants to get lucky, right? And,
of course.
I mean, we do too. It's just, you know, I don't know whether it's the right time to do that or not with all the supply that's out there. I mean, you tend to get lucky when there's not a lot of competition.
Totally.
But when there's tons of competition, you kind of have to be realistic, and if you really want to sell or not.
And I guess we're missing immigration. People from overseas aren't obviously able to come here, and certainly not for the next 2 weeks.
Totally.
So those buyers are off the table.
Right.
Maybe people from America. Maybe they'll pop back up here at some point
Maybe.
too. But
I mean, with the recent election. But with the election and obviously our new lockdown right now, that just started a couple days ago.
Maybe.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, maybe in the new year. Once maybe things. Apparently, there's a vaccine. Out allegedly today. So.
Well,
who knows?
I think it's just in the final test phase, I think.
Okay.
But,
could be.
But looking promising.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we had a lockdown. Semi-lockdown back in March. We had it for a couple of weeks.
That's right.
During that time, we saw that the buyers still needed to buy, but sellers were hesitant because they didn't know what was going to happen.
What's the rule with the open houses now? Is that changed or not?
So over the next couple of weeks, we're not allowed public open houses.
Okay.
But we have been kind of doing by appointments only. Ever since March already, so we're kind of well trained.
And you can still do by appointment, so people can still go to an open house. You just can't go and show up randomly.
So it's not technically an open house. I mean, we can set, you know, we're doing showings between 2 and 4 on Saturday and Sunday, but by appointment only. One group at a time. Okay. Just to have everybody kind of socially distanced.
So no real change from the last couple months.
Not really. It's just more of I guess. An emphasis on what we need to do to
don't take a party bus to your listing.
Ideally not. Parking's expensive in Vancouver.
It is, it's terrible. Absolutely.
But I mean, this lockdown I think would be a little different from the previous one in March because back then everything was a question mark. Right. There was so much unknown. Whereas now I think people are getting a little more, for lack of a better word, comfortable.
Fair enough. We got a routine, the mask, the hand sanitizer, the 6 feet apart.
So good and bad. I mean, the good is that, you know, we know what we're doing. We know that, you know, how to kind of protect our clients, protect the public. The negative might be that, you know what, some people might be a little too comfortable.
For sure.
And kind of not really having that on the front of mind.
And I think that's why we're in the second lockdown is because we've been a little complacent. Some people.
But price-wise, I think, and activity-wise, I think we're still going strong for sure. And I think we're going to do that till the end of the year. But I think once that new year is over, that's the real test.
Yeah,
I
totally.
think January, February, March, and especially next spring, March and April.
Yeah.
That'll be the real test on kind of where we're going.
Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, we're still seeing rates, record lows for interest rates. No sign of the Bank of Canada moving up prime rate at all. I think they're saying 2023 by the time they'll look at it again. So we're probably 2 and a bit years with a rate below 2% on fixed and variable, I would imagine.
Right.
So that's driving a lot of our clients. Like if you need to buy and sell, at least you're getting cheap money. Right. Which is nice.
True. So that's kind of motivating a lot of first-time home buyers, entry level.
A lot of people are focused on what's the payment going to be. So if they can afford a $3,000 a month payment, rates have come down, so they can afford a little bit higher of a purchase price. So we're seeing that dynamic really unfold, which is kind of nice, I suppose. A lot of renewals this year as well, so those folks are able to get in at a decent rate and maybe go do something else with their spare cash.
And that's not likely to change next year either, right?
I don't think so. Right. No, I think there's still a lot of headwind that we're going to have to figure out who's paying for CERB, taxes. I mean, they just froze rents in BC until July of 2021.
2021, yeah.
So there's all sorts of things at play. Good and bad, maybe, I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
But rates aren't going anywhere, I wouldn't imagine.
Okay. Well, that's good. I guess it's just more of the qualification of people next year, taking this year's income into account.
It'll be terrible for some folks for sure, but for others, unchanged. A lot of people are tech, health sciences in Vancouver. Some kinds, like there's consulting, etc. So for the most part, I haven't seen a client who's been unable to qualify. But when they do their taxes for 2020, the lenders are gonna have to figure this out, because you can't punish people for something that's not really the business related slowdown. It's more of a mandated going, if your business has to close for 2 months, you could have a very successful business, but you're maybe lumped in with restaurants and nightclubs, for example. Who knows? So
now, on a semi-similar note, have you been seeing a lot of pre-sale completions not going through these days?
A couple, in specifically in Brentwood, the Brentwood development. A few folks have walked away from deals, or we've had appraisals come in under purchase price, which is really problematic when you're already struggling to put down 20%.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you've got to come up with another 10 or 20% on top of that initial deposit. Yeah, it'll be interesting. And timing, I guess timing in life is everything, but it's probably the worst time you could complete on pre-sale right now.
I mean, those pre-sales, they were back in 2017, 2018 when the market was at its peak. And has since come down. I mean, we're having a little bit of a wave going back up a little bit, but nothing as significant as 2017, 2018. So I'm seeing quite some of those kind of defaulting.
I think people just want to get out, maybe just break even, like walk away and just wash their hands of.
Breaking even is I'd consider that lucky these days.
I think in some of those it's going to be lucky for sure. So we'll see. There could be a good opportunity for buyers to pick up a nice rental place. I just don't know how long. There's a lot of supply coming in the market in that one area at the same time. So for me, if you're looking at buying, I probably would wait for it to kind of get its grounding a little bit. Same as
Canby, the Canby corridor. Same as a lot of places downtown. For example,
Old Town was like that, right? Back in the day, everything came up at once, and people were moving prices around and this and that, and then it settled in. But Brentwood for me is a little bit. I just don't know the market up there, and you have all these units that I think were bought with the intent of flipping or for rental.
That's a huge complex too.
That's like 2,000 something.
6 buildings, I believe.
Units, it's crazy. It's lovely. It looks lovely compared to what it used to be. Wasn't there like a Sears or something there back in the day, right? But the new concept is great. Just it couldn't happen at a worse time. But maybe someone's gain is someone's loss is someone's gain. I suppose
So I think next year with the entry condo market, it might be a double whammy, kind of favoring the buyers a little bit.
Totally.
With a lot more supply coming out, with certain people who may not be able to finance. I think there's really an opportunity there next year. But,
totally. I think the foreign buyers got hit on that too, because I think they bought in the foreign buyers tax came in after the fact. Is that about right?
2017, August. I know it's an August 2nd of something. 2017, I believe. 2017 August 2nd, or 2016 August 2nd. I can't remember.
And I guess if you're a foreign buyer and you can't come here to sign your papers, you might have problems as well.
And that was retroactive, right?
So, that's right. That's right.
But anyways, I think we're still going strong till the end of the year. So if you're looking to sell now. This is by no means a panic type of announcement, but this is a good opportunity to do that. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what's going on next year, but this is according to essentially all the stats and the trends that we're seeing in the market. So thank you so much, Chris.
Thanks, Alex.
And,
always a pleasure.
We'll do another one next month. If you're interested, please subscribe and like, and we'll see you soon.